Hello. Today everyone will learn about the history, heritage, culture, music, and language customs of Mongolians and Kazakhstan. First, let's talk about Mongolians. Right now, more than 10 million Mongolians are living in the world. The native language is Mongolian, which is more European than in Asian countries. Why should it be viewed that way? If so, Asian countries have kanji written and spoken in short form. Mongolian, the other hand, speaks in long syllables. When talking to a Mongolian, some phrases are difficult and often very long. Mongolians have 14 tribes and are classified as Bago, Baed, Berer, Deganga, Dervod, Zachin, Maingad, Odsevja, Torgod, Urinkai, Uzinchin, Hal, and Khotan. During the Chinese peasant uprising of 1,850 Kazakhs who were expelled from Xinjiang settled in Mongolia and were included in the category of ethnic groups. Now let's take a look at the history of Mongolians. The history of the Mongolian state began with the establishment of the Han state in 209 BC. This was followed by the establishment of Xianbei in 156 AD, Naon in 330, Tobawai in 386, and Kidin in 907, but what is known to the whole world is Mongol Empire. Now let's talk about Han Empire. What is the Han dynasty? The Huns existed across Central Asia, the Caucasus, and Eastern Europe. The Huns, like the Mongols, were nomadic people. The genes of the Huns directly confirm that they are the ancestors of the current Mongols. The Huns became strong in the territory of present-day Mongolia, and then attacked Europe and established a country called Han. In 318 BC, the Huns attacked the Qin state and it was recorded in history for the first time. Modong Shanyu is believed to have founded the Han state in 209 BC, but many scholars believe that the Han dynasty existed before that. In 198, he signed a trade agreement with the Western Han and took control of the Silk Road. Next is the Xianbei dynasty. The Xianbei dynasty was a Mongolian tribal state that emerged after the Huns, and the Xianbei dynasty changed its name to Donghu when it was defeated by the forces of Modong Shanyu in the 3rd century BC. Xianbei, which had no unified government, united under King Tangxi in 156 to dominate Northeast Asia. Sukhabata, a Mongolian scholar, confirmed that the name Xianbei means golden womb. In the ancient Chinese scriptures, Xianbei is mentioned as being stronger and prouder than the Han dynasty. Xianbei was a merciless ward, and Western Han attacked Xianbei but was defeated and tried to pay reparations, but continued the fight. Next, we're gonna talk about Naon. Many scholars consider Naon to be the direct successor of Han and Xianbei. It existed from 330 to 550 AD. It is believed that Mongolian Khan escaped from the prison of Xianbei and found his people as the foundation for the establishment of the Naon state. Mongolian's determination and bravery contributed greatly to Naon's rise to power. During the reign of Naon, the religion of God spread widely in Mongolia. Later, the Naon country was called Tartar. Tobawai, the southern neighbor of Naon country, has attacked Naon country more or less 22 times but has not conquered it yet. King Jaran came in and made Naon's military stronger by making major upgrades to its manpower. Okay, now talk about Kidin dynasty. Kidin is one of the states of Mongolia. It lived near the Yellow River and soon expanded to the Yellow Sea. There are not many facts about Kidin, but there is a lot left about its customs and heritage. The Kidins were defeated by Mayan and Tobawai in 388 AD and became subordinate to the Uyghur state. Okay, now talk about Mongol Empire. Mongol Empire is the direct ancestor of the Mongols. Mongol Empire is the country with the largest territory in the history of the world. It is believed that it was 2633 million km², and the colony of Mongolia and the subordinate territories are not taken into account. The islands of Southeast Asia are rightly included among the vassal countries of Mongolia. In the 12th century, Great Mongolia was formed by uniting nomadic tribes such as Kamag Mongol, Hirid, Murjid, Tatar, and Nayman. After that, Genghis Khan conquered the Golden State, Tangud, Khorzum, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and some parts of Russia. Genghis Khan divided the tribes into very small ones. The tribes were divided into external and internal, and the internal provinces were superior in power. The Mongol Empire had laws and judges within it, and everyone had equal rights. The princes, queens, and poor slaves were punished together. Europe connected China through trade and development by ensuring the security of envoys. The existence of Mongols was ensured by law. Mongol Empire was later divided and disintegrated. Modern Mongolia. Because of the wrong policy, Mongolia fell under the oppression of the king state. Just like China, the king state divided Mongolia and occupied it. Qing dynasty easily conquered Uyghurs and Han Mongols while they were busy fighting each other. The existence of Mongolians under the oppression of the king state for more than 200 years is related to the strong policy of the king state. Later, the Mongols rebelled and gained their independence. Baron Jung, a famous Russian general of German-Austrian descent, was forced to enter Mongolia by the socialist Russians and expelled the Chinese soldiers from Mongolia. Soon, the story of socialist Mongolia begins when the Mongols captured Baron Jung in Russia, now Kazakhstan. The history of Kazakhstan does not begin in the early times. Kazakhstan was once occupied by Iran, Turks, and Mongols. The Kazakh Khanate was established in the 15th century. It came under the control of Russia in the 18th century. The majority of the population follows Islam. The nation of Kazakhstan is commonly known as Kazakh. There are 2-3 million people of Mongolian origin, including Kazakh, Turkic Kipchaks, Mongolian Nayman, Hirids, Jalais, Kongarads,